Welcome back to Prime Cut Slices movie reviews. This week we're talking about a movie that makes you feel like your microwave just went off. You pull your food out, the smoke detector's going off now, and all of a sudden the dishwasher's overflowing. We're talking about one battle after another. Am I wrong? Is that not how you felt watching this, guys?
That's an appliance-heavy analogy, but sure.
I'm trying to connect to the
Chaos
audience.
and crazy stuff.
It
Yeah,
just
all right.
won't stop the whole way through.
Sponsored by GE. This is the big one. This one, I think this is the big one, boys.
I'm trying to get a free fridge. I'm trying to get a free fridge here.
We've broken through when GE has reached out to us for sponsors.
This is it.
Yep. Insert code PrimeCut Podcast when purchasing that fridge for 47% off.
Yeah. Let us know how it goes.
We just saw the movie. We all just got out of the movie. We just saw it. What was your take, Joe?
I mean, massively hyped film, and I will say that I think it was pretty close to the hype. I mean, we've had people from Steven Spielberg to RogerEbert.com, Richard Roper, saying this is one of the best, if not the best movie of the last 25 years. I don't know that it's that, but I think it can be considered in the conversation. It's filmed by, one of our premium auteurs, Paul Thomas Anderson. This is his 10th film. He's the writer director. It was kind of breathtakingly awesome. I need to see it again. I saw it in IMAX. I don't know about you guys. I thought it was fantastic.
It's
a pretty good get up you got there, Joe.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so if we're talking about just real quick, top movies of the past 25 years, what else would be in that list? We're talking all the way up to the year 2000. Obviously, dude, Inception would be in the list.
I'll say this. I'll put it up there with The Departed.
Okay.
Easy.
I mean, I think Oppenheimer is considered up there just from the feat of, how it was filmed. There Will Be Blood, Social Network, Michael Clayton. Those are movies from the last 25 years where it's these are big movies that
it's like it's a movie. I feel like we haven't gotten one of these in a long time. It's a movie.
A movie, right?
Well, the thing is,
this is cinema.
It's a pretty I think the best movies, they work on different levels. And I think this movie is one of those. You can look at this movie as a unbelievably prescient commentary on America today, literally right now. What is happening
very
right now?
on the nose. Very on the nose.
Even though I see where you're going with this, Joe, and
he's been writing this for 20 years. He's been writing this for 20 years. So that's number one. You can be like, whoa, this is ripped from the headlines, crazy, so much commentary. Or you can be like, this was just an awesome action movie with great performances. It had some funny stuff in it. It's very comedic. Yeah.
It's like uncut gems almost.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's just talk about this really quick. The tagline for this movie is as follows. When their evil nemesis resurfaces after 16 years, a band of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue the daughter of one of their own. That's pretty not very specific.
It's so vague.
It's so vague, and the trailers were so vague for this. Going into this, I was like, I really don't know what this is going to be.
Which is
because
awesome.
I do enjoy that, but I trusted it. I was like, okay, this is going to be a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. I kind of know what I'm getting with this.
Yeah.
And it didn't let down. I love this movie. It was great. It might be the best movie I saw this year. I think this is better than Sinners.
I think it's the movie of the year so far. I would agree with that. I mean, we've got 5 really crazy good performances. Leonardo Dicaprio is Bob Ferguson, who's kind of the main character. Teyana Taylor plays Perfidia Beverly Hills, which is his girlfriend, mother of his child.
Say the name one more time because that caught me off guard when I heard it.
Perfidia Beverly Hills. Yeah, that's her name.
Her last name is Beverly Hills.
Those names were very Tarantino. Did y'all get that vibe?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. A lot of it felt very Tarantino. I'm just going to say that.
Their daughter is played by Chase Infiniti, their daughter Willa.
She was great.
She was incredible. Great. The villain of the movie is Stephen J. Lockjaw, who's portrayed by Sean Penn in a crazy performance.
Hey,
Another cool
if
ass
he
name.
doesn't win an award for his role in this, he's at least going to get a nod.
I'm sure he gets nominated, yeah. And then really the kind of coming off the bench supporting performance, Benicio Del Toro.
Supporting. He was a
Crazy
supporting
good.
actor. Hey, Joe,
Benny.
how about this?
Oh, thank you, Sensei. Yeah. How about Greg? Did you notice he was like, Bob, get off
The
the
tatami. Get off the tatami. Yes.
Great stuff.
Okay, I got to say this because there's a lot of little nuances in this entire movie that create
Mhm.
such good character development. So what Joe's talking about is there's a scene where Leo's character runs across a karate mat, and when I saw it, like as a
With his
practitioner
shoes
of-
on.
yeah, he had his shoes on. As a practitioner of jiu-jitsu, I saw it and I was like, oh, faux pas, horrible, don't do it.
Bad,
And
bad,
then
bad.
he comes back and does it again, and Benicio's character like tells him like, "Hey, Bob, get off the tatami."
Yeah.
That's not needed in the movie, but it gives it so much depth and character. It's like, oh, this is his like dojo, and he cares about the mats like a real person would. There's one other little detail that I caught in this movie that really, it was so small, but it made a big difference to me. Every time Leo's character Bob would get in a car, he would leave the door open and just slam on the gas to close the door.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's talk about quickly. I think we need to give like a little bit more shape to the plot here.
Sure.
Okay. Perfidia Beverly Hills is played by Teyana Taylor. She is really good in this movie. She's basically the star of the first 45 minutes of the film. She is a revolutionary in the United States, a member of this group called the French 75. And also in that group is Bob Ferguson, who at the time has a different name. He goes by Pat Calhoun there. Basically, he is kind of like a fringe member of this group. And we see them, the first action that they're doing is basically breaking migrants out of a detention center along the California-Mexico border in Southern California. He takes part in that raid. He's kind of an explosives guy. And we learn that they start to have this relationship as the plot unfolds, where they are basically committing these acts of, whether you call it terrorism or revolutionary acts. They blow up like an empty business building. They rob a bank. They're doing all this stuff. And we learn that Perfidia Beverly Hills is pretty like charismatic. She's very intense. And she comes across Stephen Lockjaw, who is Sean Penn's character, who ends up being the villain of the piece. And basically what happens is she gets caught. There's a really incredible bank robbery scene with a foot pursuit, which
Very
is like
cool.
crazy great action. And again, we got to say, other than like the oil derrick blowing up and There Will Be Blood, Paul Thomas Anderson does not do this kind of kinetic dynamic action at all. And this movie is full of that. So it's like, he's an incredible filmmaker, and he's doing stuff that he usually doesn't do.
I have to say this. Remember that movie Civil War, how it had really good gunshots?
Sure.
Like the guns sounded just much better than any other movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This
no CGI,
movie,
bro.
Yeah, this movie, I've never seen car crashes better than this. Like when these car crashes hit, they feel real. Go see this in theaters.
I was gonna say the gunshots too made me jump.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The gunshots sounded
Go see it in
amazing.
IMAX also. The crash when they're escaping the bank, the French 75, and the police car rams their car, that was like jarringly.
Startling.
Yeah. Anyway, it turns out that Perfidia Beverly Hills gets captured, and they give her a deal: go into witness protection and rat on the French 75, all of your compatriots. And she does. And the movie basically flashes forward 16 years, and because everyone has to scatter as soon as that happens, she gets taken down. We see Lockjaw killing members of the French 75, murdering them. Crazy shit, arresting people. He basically is in charge of this group that's like a paramilitary police group that's kind of immigration, kind of drug enforcement, but basically kind of gets to do whatever he wants. I mean, he's just going to these cities and like locking them down and flooding the streets with troops and with automatic weapons. Very dystopian, very ripped from the headlines for what you're seeing today. But we basically get a fast forward where now Bob is older. He's been on the run. They've been living in seclusion, he and his daughter, under assumed names. And it turns out that Stephen Lockjaw is back and he's trying to track them down. And we learn that he's back because he wants to get into this group called the Christmas Adventurers Club, which is clearly like a white power group.
100%.
And it's like almost like Dr. Strangelove, where they play this for laughs, but it feels like it's not that far off of what this would be. They talk about kind of ethnic cleansing and white power and interracial stuff. And he wants to be part of this group. And so we learn that he has a responsibility that he has to clean up for it. And that's catching Bob and this girl, Willa, who are former members of the French 75. And that's basically how the movie starts. He goes after them. He captures Willa, and it's kind of like a chase abduction, and Bob is trying to get her back throughout the rest of the movie.
Did you notice how there's music playing almost like 85% of the entire movie? There's either music or a score happening. And this is the sixth collaboration between Paul Thomas Anderson and Johnny Greenwood.
Yeah.
And
of Radiohead.
It is, yes, very, very good, but it fills up the movie and it keeps the pace of it just so fast and intense the whole way through. There's very few moments where there's just dialogue between two people.
Yeah. Well, we talked about Teyana Taylor, who I think we might need to do like a full episode on this, guys, because this movie, I'm going to see it again in theaters. It was so good. She's amazing in it. Leo, this is like a run of Leo. This is my favorite Leo. Maybe not this movie, but this version of him where he's kind of dumb. He's kind of stupid. He's a little bit,
he's like extremely likable.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
I mean, like, this is like how he was in, I feel like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood Leo and this Leo are kind of similar. He's kind of scuzzy, but he's a good father. He's trying to find his daughter, and his performance is like, he basically is trying to like remember stuff on all the protocols of this revolutionary group that he was part of. Like, what are the passcodes that I need to use? There's several conversations he has on the phone that are hilarious because he can't remember the code words. And he's like, I just need to figure this out. It's very funny.
That part is in the trailers, and that's one of them. That's one of the few laughs that they show you, and it still hits. It's even harder when you see it in the full version.
It's great. There's one where it's almost like he's discussing these code words with a revolutionary member on the other end of the line, but it almost feels like it's a bad customer service call.
Yes.
Because he's like, he gets the supervisor on the line. Like, it's a whole thing. It's great. We can't do it justice. You need to see it.
We get a Bad Boys scene where Willa gets picked up by her date to the.
That's right.
That's another great scene. Great stuff. That's great. He pats the kid down. Great stuff.
Slams the door right back on his face.
I think the other guy we got to talk about quickly, Sean Penn, obviously a great actor, multiple Oscars. Hasn't done something like this in a long time, I don't think.
Man, he plays
this guy.
This might be one of his best roles.
The thing about him that I've been thinking about this movie since I saw it on Friday. Oftentimes, I feel like sometimes villains portrayed by great characters, villains that are great characters portrayed by good actors. So I'm thinking of Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men, Javier Bardem's character. Even Darth Vader or Heath Ledger's The Joker. The villain sometimes is more captivating and charismatic and almost overshadows the movie. And I think it's almost more impressive that in this role, that's the opposite. I was disgusted and despised Sean Penn's character. I didn't like him. I didn't find him captivating. I didn't want to see more of him, but he was so compelling as this guy who we can't even go into the details of it, but just a very unlikable character portrayed by a guy who clearly knows what he's doing. He wasn't trying to make him cool. He wasn't trying to steal scenes. He's just a shit person.
Agreed. Yes. Who else do we need to talk about? Anyone else?
I mean, we got to talk Benicio Del Toro as the
Benicio Del Toro. Let's talk about him. Last person we'll talk about here. He was amazing, and he was just so calm, cool, and collected through the whole movie here.
Yeah.
He's basically helping the immigrants hide, and then he's also helping Leo's character escape from the police. I mean, he's everywhere in this. And one of my favorite parts about this is that he's wearing karate pants with boots.
Gi pants the whole time. Yeah.
He's wearing gi pants the whole time. It's hilarious.
He doesn't, he's not disappearing into this role. He's just like cool Benicio Del Toro in this role, but the movie doesn't work if he's not in it.
Right.
And apparently a lot of the stuff that I heard, some of his backstory, and like when he's bringing Bob into that shop with that kind of has like the hotel on top of it, where he's introducing him to everybody, and that was all written by Del Toro on the day of shooting.
That was
not
one of the best scenes of the entire movie. It was hilarious. You felt a sense of urgency. You were worried, but then it's also it's charismatic.
Yeah.
He's trying to charge his phone. He can't fucking find a
great stuff.
charger.
Dude, the charging the phone stuff just made me laugh because it felt so real. Because
And
that's
Leo
what it
is
feels
so
like.
he's like so frantic and frustrated, and he's not up to this. He's not up to this, guys. But he's doing it anyway, which is part of his heroism, but also part of what's funny about his character. Two more things I think we got to say really quick. There is a couple of scenes, just the way Paul Thomas Anderson moves the camera. There were two scenes in convenience stores where the person either comes in through the back door or goes out through the back door. And
Classic.
it's like,
This is what he does.
Yeah, the camera's moving towards the door. It's moving towards the person. It's moving towards the like people walking around. It follows them around. That was incredible.
Gave me anxiety. Gave me anxiety.
The other thing
agree.
is there's a car chase scene at the end of this movie that involves
Amazing.
three cars that are never really close to each other.
Was that a Shelby or just a
think it
Cobra?
was. I don't know. It's for you car guys.
Yeah,
It looked like a Mustang Shelby.
yeah, it was very cool.
But either way,
And then
this,
that Nissan.
It was a
like
Sentra. It was a Sentra turd.
It was a Sentra.
Yeah, it was an old Sentra
God.
turd.
The sound, we've talked about sound before. The sound on that car was incredible. It's got the shitty little fucking
was
cherry
very-
bomb.
It was very
It's got a
shitty.
cherry bomb on it, 100%.
clearly selected for a reason, like adds
Oh,
to
yeah.
it. If he picks up like a truck or something, it's not nearly
No.
as funny.
That car makes it funny.
The way that was filmed, there's nobody on the road except for these three cars that are involved in this chase in IMAX. It almost feels like you're on a roller coaster the way he's filming it. Incredible stuff visually. We probably need to do this as like a longer episode because there's so much we can talk about, and we're trying to keep it short just to get this out because it was so good. I think this is
Very
your
good.
best picture winner. I think multiple people are going to win Oscars from it. It's super impressive. For me, it's in my top 3 of the PTA list. I put it right under Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood. It's number 3 for me. And I
Yeah.
could see it climbing, honestly.
That's a good call.
Yeah. So my thoughts are, if you can see this in the theater, that's the other thing.
Go see it in theater. Please go see it in theater.
And if you can get an IMAX, go see it in IMAX. It's amazing.
It doesn't feel like 2.5 hours at all. And I think it's solely because of that soundtrack.
Yeah.
And also how good the fucking movie
It's
is.
just very propelling. Awesome movie. We loved it. Go see it.